And welcome live to the LV Home Experts Radio Show, where we talk about real estate and financing. So on today's topic, we are going to be discussing what's going on with the Las Vegas housing market. And we're going to jump right into financing with Dan. Let's get right into it because we just don't have enough time.
You don't have enough time.
There's so much to talk about, man.
Oh, there is, man. There's a lot. Absolutely. By the way, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, if you guys want to call live in the studio today, we got my man, York, the intern. Jump on camera real quick, York. Get in there somewhere. I don't know. Where you
York?
at? Right there. Camera. Green light. Green light. Green light. Green light. Right there. Look at the camera. To everybody say, what's up?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, there you go. The man, the myth, the legend. Now, guys, York does not have a girlfriend. He does cook very well. I'm trying to hook him up too as well. And as a part of the team, we have been heckling him. Ain't that right, York? I guess not. So, guys, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. If you guys actually want to call live in the studio, we're going to answer your calls with York. He's going to take the calls, take your questions, and we're going to get you live on the air if you guys want to go live. If you guys just want to call him with a question, he'll go ahead and pass the notes. Or you guys can go ahead and comment below. You're going to go ahead and dial 702-409-4495. Again, that number is 702-409-4495. So, what's been going on with you, man?
It's work, man.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Work, that's all we do?
That's all we do. Went out to, been doing things on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting things done, man. That's all we do.
I like that hat. Is that a Fox hat?
Yeah, it's a Fox hat.
Still into that racing thing, huh?
Oh, every day. Every week. Dude, that's like my thing. I go home and I tape it.
Yeah.
It's my wind down time. I just chill and watch the races, man.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, Dan, he is a lender with Guarantee Rate. He's definitely one of my go-to guys. Hey, York, will you shut that door, please? Thank you. Appreciate it. He's also taking a call, too, as well. We're getting so much calls. You know what's crazy is all these calls that are coming in, I don't know what it is. It's like after January 15th, right, we literally, right, have been bombarded with, like, numerous calls. But one of the problems that we're having now is that a lot of these people that approve at the even 800 range that I have, right? All these buyers that are coming in, it's very hard to get a home.
Yes.
It's not easy. I'm getting paranoid myself, right?
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, look, I'm running a business. I've got staff. I got people to support, right? And I'm looking at the numbers. Numbers are not looking good. And what I mean by that is, the inventory is so low. You have so much real estate agents out here, so much buyers trying to buy the same property. I'm talking about you get one property on the market. I mean, you literally got like 5 to 10 offers.
Yeah.
And it's above and beyond. Like the sellers, I've never seen anything like this in my entire life. And I'm only 26 years old.
I'm waiting to see if agents are going to square off.
Yeah.
They're like, I want this house. No, my cut.
Oh, check this out from Vegas. Coins.Vegas. We got $7.77 for Super Chat. I'm not too sure where that $7.70
I'll tell you
came
where it's
from.
at.
But thanks for the video from Hawaii Videos.
It's 777.
I love the lemon video. Wait, you know what? Let me rephrase this. It says, thank you for the Hawaii videos. I love the limo videos too. So I just want to say thank you for watching the Chakits 2.0. Now, what were you saying, Dan? I'm sorry.
777s, man.
Is that what that is? 777s?
Vegas. 777s.
See, I'm not a gambler. However, I've been gambling a lot lately. Right?
Actually a question.
What? Somebody had a question?
Yeah.
They actually called my phone for a question. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and dial 702-409-4495. What is the question?
From LA.
Okay, hold on. We got a question. Wow, that was quick. But the question is this. I lost my train of thought. I don't even know what the hell's going on. What's the question, York? Let's take this question for a second here.
Ryan from LA wants to know, do you see a massive drop in the high-rise market once it plateaus or cools?
Oh, I could tell you what. So I don't know if you guys heard that or not. So basically what he was saying is that when the market tanks, right, will the high-rise market plummet from the face of this earth? The answer is yes. Okay?
We said that before. That
Yeah.
would be the first market if something does
the
happen.
first sector to go
Right.
when it comes to real estate.
Right.
The reason why is because of the type of financing, because a lot of these high rises, you can't even get conventional financing. And if you can, you got to find that certain type of lender. Okay. Now, I want to get into what's going on with the Las Vegas housing market, because the market right now is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like, I'm having a hard time. It's not easy whatsoever. Like, I feel like I'm back in those days where we were doing anything that we can, piecing a deal together at $80,000, fighting with every single real estate agent, convincing buyers to buy a home now. Now it's opposite. Home pricing is so high. Last time we checked was $435. Well, actually it was $425. A week later it was $435. But what we're going to do is we're going to check to see exactly what home pricing is at now.
I think it jumped to 460. Just playing.
Wait, what?
Just playing.
Dude,
It's only been a week. Dude, just give it a week. It's 460.
I don't know, man. Like, what is your thoughts on this market, dude? It's like, it's kind of scary.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's the most unhealthy market for people.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what's going on.
It's not like, yeah, you're a seller out there and you're going to make money, but then where do you go after that?
Yeah.
I feel that, rates have got to hit 4.5% to help with the inflation, because I think that people look at this and they're like, well, 2021, the back end of 2021,
Yeah.
the last quarter, everybody was saying that would be the time that you're going to start to see the economy and the market come back the other direction, right? And that didn't happen. And obviously everybody sees that this market's just heading the normal process. It's even accelerated. We hit 23%. The data was saying that we would have to hit 23% of appreciation from the year 2020 to 2025. We did it within a year and a half.
Yeah.
And so you got 4.5% on the rate. I just feel that everything has just been really fast, and I don't see that 2022. The only thing I could say is if rates don't go to 4.5%, and that's not the thing that slows this market down, we're done.
Well, I mean, you need the rates to go up in order to slow it down.
Right. Right now, the 10-year yield, right, the 10-year bond,
Yeah.
it's over 2. Mm-hmm. They're saying that for the next 10 years, the average should be about 2.42, which means you'll probably have interest rates right around, 4.25 to 4.75. It's got to average that out just to sustain or really take control of what's going on with the inflation situation.
Yeah, last night I was actually on Twitter and I was looking at the Feds, right? I think it's St. Louis Feds or something like that. One of the places. I forget exactly where it was, but they were saying that on a 30 years at like 4.12%.
Well,
on a 30
bankers, Mortgage Bankers Association,
yeah,
just went over 4%,
that's crazy.
4.05.
But 15-year, I was looking at it. It was stating it was like at 3.3, which is not bad. But
think about that.
how many people are doing 15 years?
Well, there is some people. Look, I got people that want to do that.
Yeah, but you're almost doubling your payment.
Well,
even though you have a lower interest rate.
It's the interest you're saving. But look, the thing is, I was quoting people like in the low 2s. That means in that time period, let's say of the middle part of last year, maybe before that, right around that point, we've gained a full point.
Yeah.
And again, you go back to 2021, you look at the last quarter, all the prediction from economists out there and people saying, well, we're going to start to see this crash or this tip. I'm not saying that we're not going to see somewhat of a slowdown, as far as getting slowing down on the economy, but everybody's saying this is when the crash is going to happen if it does.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on is you got a perfect storm because you have scarcity homes and historic low rates, and there's not enough homes. So it's just an unhealthy market.
I mean, this thing can go any way. I mean, think about this. We have less homes. We have so much demand, which is raising the price.
Yeah.
Right? Throughout the country now. And inflation is going out of this world. Now, to bring inflation back down, the feds have to raise interest rates to slow down inflation, but it's a catch-22, right? You can't raise it too high, because if you raise it too high, what happens is everything just drops underneath us. So you have to kind of have that fine balance, right? That fine tune to kind of slowly decline it down to level it off. But I don't know how true this is. I know that the feds came out saying that inflation's at 7%, but there are other analysts out there stating that inflation is typically really right now, technically it's like 15, 16%.
Well, they're going to say the data, the 7.5 is what I heard. You minus food and energy, right?
Yeah.
From the inflation report, it's 6%.
But they used to count all that stuff, but now they started taking some stuff out. And I think the reason why the feds are doing that is so that way they don't come out with the data and say, hey, it's really 15%, because if it was 15%, right, people would go crazy.
So overall costs are up 0.6% year over year, right? So that means that's just how big. It doesn't sound a lot, but overall it's a lot. Oil, gas is going up. You know, you're looking at $5 a gallon in some places that, you know, we're probably sitting at $4. You know, lumber still going up. You were selling it square foot on lumber was like $4 a square foot. We're at $13 or a little over $13.
Yeah,
it's a lot. There's a lot of difference going on right now as far as people can't afford. And look, they're stressed out. Like if I'm out buying a house, I'm stressed. Like why would I want to go buy a house? It's already stressful enough to go get a house. Why would I want to put myself competing against others and then overpaying for a house and then a lot of times get denied and then I'm stressed even more and you're going through 6, 7, 8, 10 offers.
I know it's very stressful, and you got to pay more than what the property's worth. And basically the sellers that are selling now, most of them, I'm going to say, they want to do a lease back. That tells me that they're going to, you know, find another property, they're going to move out, whatever they're going to do. But you're literally giving them the property like rent back free. I mean, if you're a buyer in today's market, if you really want a home, you're literally bending over backwards with no lubrication at this point. I mean, if you're the seller, you really have the upper hand.
You know, we talk about that whole thing with the perfect storm. Maybe this does need to happen though, where rates go up. Now, it's not going to be, even if they did go up for rates, is it going to be for a long period of time? I can't say that. But maybe this does need to happen, because what other things out there do you see? That you can kind of maybe have an idea of that would contribute to slowing down this market, other than mortgage rates going up. What else is there?
I mean, it's just crazy. I don't even know what to say.
They would, and here's the other thing too: is builders aren't going to follow. This is a perfect storm for builders, because
they control the situation
100%. They got no existing properties. They can sell the property for what they want. They don't have to pay realtors. They don't have to pay any type of incentives if they really don't want to.
Yeah.
There was points where they were paying $20,000 in incentives because they couldn't get people in the door 10 years ago. You know, like 5 years ago. So my thing is, when you have all these things, where is the motivation for builders to build more properties? Where's the motivation for people to leave their homes?
You know what? Let's take a look at the data and let's find out what's going on today, because I think that's very important, right? Because it's all about the data. We could just be making all this stuff up. So let's take a look at this. We're going to take a look at everything that's currently active and everything that literally had sold in the last, I'm going to say 10 days. We're going to make it 10 days, right? Let's get some more accurate data. I'm going to do single family residence, and we're going to do everywhere around the Las Vegas Valley. So let's take a look at this. Give me a second here. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. So according to the data, as of right now, give me a second here. Let's take a look, baby. Let's see what's going on. Come on, let's get the statistics.
What's under the hood?
What's under the hood? So as you can see, currently active right now for single-family detached homes, as you can see, there's only 1,741 homes.
If you took a look at Clark County and that's maybe Nye County, even like of all anything under 200,000, I think there was 14 homes total.
I mean, that's just crazy. I mean,
14 homes.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, you got to get rid of that. You got to change that mindset. Forget the $200,000 home. That was like that was like
but
5
there's
years
still
ago.
people out there that want, but it's just mind-boggling that you have 14 homes in this county is going to grow to 3 million very shortly in the next few years. And you look at outside of the county of Clark County here,
Yeah.
14 homes.
That's not that much.
It's nothing.
So if we take a look at the median price point for a home right now, all right, across the valley for 2,200 square feet is $575,000. But most important, let's take a look at the closings. Unfortunately, you guys won't be able to look at the closings here just due to the fact that the screen is covering. But as far as for closings, I guess you guys can see it. Never mind. I do apologize. So for a 1,900 square feet home in today's market, the last time I ran the statistics was at 425, 435. Look at where we are at now. $450,000 for a home. The median list price was actually a $450,000, but sold for $450,000, right? At $241 a square foot. Look how many days on the market here.
Mm-hmm.
Look, 8 days. That tells me that the supply is so low and people want to buy a home. I don't know what the reason is. I think it's the fear of missing the boat. Like if they don't buy now, they're literally never going to own a home.
I also think too that rates play a factor because I strongly believe everybody thinks rates are going up. So if you can get into a lower rate now before things really start, because I mean, how long has it been since we hit 5% back in 2018?
Well, 5% is not that bad.
Well, just where that's the highest it's been. I mean, previously before that, the Fed was paying a bunch of money, right? End up paying for bonds and treasuries to keep rates low. They had tapering tapering and things going on. So, for me, I just think it's like this. If you have a 5% interest rate, it's still not bad. But the frenzy is, like you said, fear of missing out with rates low. And what is people's motivation? So like if you go out there and it's like this, your mindset is you're going into a market and you're fighting against others, right? You're competing against all these other people. What is their motivation or what is their mindset going into knowing that they're going to have to pay this much money over just to even be looked at? I mean, is it just already starting out? A lot of people are just like, hey, I'm out of the game. Is that what's happening? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, think about this. If you live in Vegas, the average household income is only about $56,000. $56,000 is how much could you actually afford at $56,000? And a lot of people have debt. I mean, they have a car note, right? Based upon their debt to income ratio. You know, a family of three, they, husband and wife, they probably have a car. They probably got to work. They got daycare. They got all this stuff. The reality is, how much could they actually afford of a home, right?
Right.
And I guarantee, at $56,000, you're probably getting less than like $450,000.
Well, a lot of our buyers are out of state. I think it's the point of where does that breaking point come for out of state buyers too? Like when do they say enough is enough?
So that's a good point that you're making. So if we take a look, right, at the data, how many people are moving to Las Vegas? Out of that percentage of people that are moving to Las Vegas, what is the percentage from California, Arizona, or from the East Coast? And what is their average and what is their median and what are they actually making off a home? Because I get clients all the time from California and $1 million is nothing out here for them. $1 million out here for me, that's a lot of money. Remember, I come back when homes were like $190,000 for 1,800 square feet, 1,900 square feet. Now, it's an all-time high.
Well, here's the question. So you got 44% of Californians roughly coming here, transitioning here. Is there a certain rate or is there a certain cost of the home where people say, okay, yeah, I'm making money here in California, but the differences between homes in California because of the spike wherever they're from, is there going to be a breaking point where they're like, okay, people are just going to retract maybe at 4.5% a rate? Maybe if the average price of a home is $600,000, I don't know. I mean,
it also depends on the situation because a lot of them are cashing out on their home and moving out here. So, it's how much equity that they are making. In addition to that, once they move residency from there to here, they're saving 13% in state income tax. So if you're making $1 million, that's $130,000 you just literally saved by moving here, which you could literally take that money and apply it towards your mortgage, right? Mm-hmm. So if we did that, that's like $10,000 a month.
Don't you think that the starting point that would be in like let's say California or a state that obviously grosses a lot more for properties, because if something happens there, it's going to have a trickle down effect for everybody else.
Yeah.
Let's say homes stop selling there. Let's say the appreciation for whatever reason slows down. Rates was the deciding factor. That's what happened. That's also going to be true here, where you're going to have less people move here.
Yeah.
I mean, is rates the only thing though? Like, is that the only?
No, it's not the only thing, obviously, because you could take a look at an interest rate today that is at 3.5 versus 3.75. I mean, your payment is probably like what, maybe $80 more. Your purchasing power, you probably only lost, let's say, like $30,000, let's say, or maybe like $60,000, which is still a lot, but you're still in the running, if that makes sense. But also depending on the approval letter where you're at, because if you're at like 400, you're kind of like dead out of the water, right? It's very tough.
Well, look, we all know, how many times do we talk? I mean, we're talking reality, but how many people really, know about this market? And then we talk to like forever about this property situation where prices of homes are way more than they should be, and scarcity homes. I think it's like people, I mean, do you feel like people are just kind of getting tired of hearing that part of it though? Like they're just, they understand properties are just too, they're crazy right now.
Yeah.
The appreciation and cost. Do you think they're just kind of, hey, you know what? I'm over it. Like they just don't even want to be in this market. They don't want to.
I don't know. I mean, I really want to hear you guys' thoughts here. Call live in the studio. Tell us what you think at 702-409-4495. We do have a lot of comments that are coming in, but I don't feel like reading the comments. I want somebody to call in.
You don't want some.
I want somebody to call in. I want to chat with somebody. I want some real feedback of what's going on.
I think it comes down to too is builders have confidence.
Yeah.
Because they keep building, but they're not building in abundance. I don't know, man. I mean, this market to me is, I don't know. It just seems like it's fake.
I mean, it is fake, but the question is, look, it's going to go up to the point where nobody can afford to buy a home.
And that's what I'm trying to bring to this topic is, when does that happen, right? We don't know, but when do you think that that's going to be, okay, 800,000? You think okay.
Dude, if you paid $800,000 for 1,800 square feet of a home, that's crazy, dude.
Do you think it could get to that level?
It could. Look, at the end of the day, remember, population in California was 40 million. Here's only less than 3 million. Look, if things don't go right there, right? They're going to start to transition out here. We got a big problem. Imagine just a third of Californians moving out here. The pricing out here would go through the roof. So maybe the question is, should we keep buying as an investment property? I mean, I don't know. That's why I want you guys to call live in studio at 702-409-4495.
Do you look at a property as an asset?
It depends. Depends how you look at it. If I'm buying it for myself to live in, it's a liability. But if it's making me cash flow every month, then it's,
Right. I think the same way. So
it's a case-by-case basis.
But do you feel that if your selling point to somebody is that, hey, you're going to build equity and you can sell this house in the next 5 years and you're going to have, I mean, is that a selling point?
I mean, I don't want to say it's a selling point because I don't really pitch it like that.
I think a lot of people look at it like that. There's, how much equity can I build?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Would I say, yeah, you're going to get some equity in the home based upon the way the market is going? Yes. However, I just don't have a crystal ball because, I mean, this thing could crash. But again, if it does crash, what is a crash, right? Is it 5%, 10%, 15%? What consists of a crash, right? A 15, 20% backslide, that's not that much. Think about it.
Well, I think from a standpoint of people investing their money, it's usually the biggest investment a middle-class person will make in their lifetime is a house. So is it investment, or is it you're just doing it because you have nowhere else to put it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know where else to put my money. I don't trust the stock market. Crypto's going negative, or it's going the other direction. So people always say, well, this, put it there or put it. Is it really an investment? I think that's the question. Is it really are you banking on the fact that this, because I think the older years.
It's speculation. That's all it is.
Older years used to save all their money, put all their money in a house, not have a payment and sell it at the end of the their life, right? Or maybe just cash out or whatever they're going to do with it. Build a bunch of equity.
The reason why they did that, 50 years ago, is because you could have money in the bank and make a spread. Today you can't do that. You're not making any money by having your money in the bank.
Well, listen, do you have people that have mindsets they want to hold on to this house, especially in a market? The average person now is, because of the economy and rates, they're holding on to houses or not moving for 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you think that those people that are doing that now, that their mindset will shift, that maybe they start doing the old time of, let's just hold on to it for the rest, for the whole 30 years?
Well, I mean, there are a lot of people in that situation right now, and I'm one of them, because it doesn't make any sense. And there's a lot of people that bought a home, $300,000-$400,000, with an interest rate less than 3%. They ain't going nowhere, because you can sell. You ain't going nowhere.
Where are you going to go?
Exactly.
You got a question?
Now, I want to get into townhomes. Townhomes, currently active right now, is 145 townhomes. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. The medium square footage is 1,400 square feet. Medium list price, $345,000. Today, if you were going to buy a townhome, you can get a 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,359 square feet. The medium list price for the past 7 days was at $300,000. They're closing at $313,000 at $234 a square foot, which is a lot more than a detached single-family residence, and it's only 7 days on the market. So even townhomes are moving quick. Like, people are scrambling. Like, I literally was able to buy a townhome, right, for $110. Within 3-4 months, it shot up to $230.
Wow.
I literally bought at the perfect timing. And then when I bought that flip, I literally thought, I'm paying pretty much fair market value. Like, I ain't really making any money. But after a couple months, like, the way that the market is going, I've noticed that within this community, everybody's got their property listed without being rehabbed now, $219, $220. That's just insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally trickling down to the point where they can't just get into a detached single-family residence, can't get into a townhome for $313,000, which is unheard of for me. That's just like crazy pricing.
I have a quick question on this. Let's say you have a house that's in a not so desirable area.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to say what area in Las Vegas, but I think everybody knows.
Like Detroit?
Yeah. Would you sell a house to make as much profit now, or would you hold? Everybody knows location's a big deal.
Yeah.
Would you hold on to that property because you still feel that people will have ambition to buy that type of home in a bad location?
I mean, I don't know. It's all case-by-case basis. I mean, that's such an open-end question.
Well, I think you look at it and you go, well, some people own homes and they say, well, is now the time to sell it? Or should I just hold on to it? And I think that's the problem. If you're a seller, they want to maximize their profits, but yet they know, like, okay, my house isn't maybe in the best situation. Should I just get out of it?
Now, I have a client right now that I literally just listed the property, and he doesn't need to sell, but he's on the sidelines, right? Because he's going to make a bunch of equity on this home. He's going to make a lot of money, and I can't fault him for that, right? I mean, it is what it is. He's going to just take his money and sit on the side and hold, and he's just going to go rent a home.
Yeah, and I think that's different. So that's what I'm saying is you have people.
But that's what I'm saying. It's case-by-case basis. It just depends on who you are as a person, right? If you got kids or not. It just depends on your financial situation.
Long-term, no. So, like, if you were in that situation, would you think that the market will keep being in favor of sellers going in the next few years? So it makes sense to hold it. I mean, look, everybody's different, but I'm just saying, if you're looking at it from a business, I want to make the most profit or the best decision. What would you do? Would you hold the house and then see what happens in 2 years, or would you sell and just hold and sit on it?
Again, it really depends. So basically now we're getting more into the investment game. So when it comes to real estate, what happens is you have a real estate portfolio. You have to take a look at your portfolio. Every property is unique within itself. So the first thing you're going to take a look at is how much are you currently yielding every single year. then also the other thing you're going to take a look at is if I sold this home, how much equity would I have on the deal, right? And based upon your portfolio, though, the less lease performing asset, you want to take a look at that. If I can make $150,000 on this performing asset, where do I move my money to? Now, if I move my money into a different property, what type of strategy are we doing? Commercial. Now, within commercial, there's so many different sectors, right? You got retail. I mean, you also got warehouse. I mean, you got multi-living. And do those perform a higher yield than what you are making now, right? And that's where you can do a 1031 exchange. You can scale up. That's why I said this is such an open-end question.
Well,
that there's really no like right
people
answer.
have the highest amount of equity in history.
Yeah,
that's the discussion.
But that doesn't mean anything.
It does. Right? It does in the sense that if you're
there's no equity until you actually cash in.
That's what I'm saying. So should you cash in, and then you said it's case by case, but I guess it depends on where you're flipping that money into.
Well,
right?
Not only that, you still got to pay taxes on that money. Unless it's a primary residence, 2 out of the 5 years, right? Oh, I'm sorry, 3 out of the 5 years. Married couple, up to $500,000. Single is $250,000. But yeah, where do you move that money? Because you don't want to get taxed, and depending on your tax bracket, that's what you're going to be taxed at.
Now, you're not a commercial expert, I know that, but I'm just going to say this: do you have higher gains of return flipping from a residential to commercial? In most cases, or is just the commercial sector just not doing well?
Now, depending on which asset class, because I've been looking at multifamily, it's only yielding about a 3%. Right now, I'm doing properties at 6% to 8%. And at the 6%, it's still even hard for me to get, but I'm getting them at 6%. But then I can go, and I was looking last night, and I submitted an offer on a $3 million, it's just like a small little shopping center.
Okay.
They said the cap rate was at 6%. So I submitted an offer last night, and we're going to see if it's actually at 6%. But again, this is where you diversify your real estate portfolio.
Right.
Right. Within the asset class, you may want to have some commercial. You may want to have some single family residence, because things are always going to change. It's never the same.
Yeah. I mean, look, we talk a lot about residential. I just want to give a diverse opinion on different things.
Yeah. No, I got you. So, I mean, here's the thing. You can get into commercial, but it's a whole different beast. But right now, the yields are very small. It's exactly the same thing as residential right now.
Right.
Like before, you could get that 12%, 10%. But now what they are doing is they're raising, right? They're raising their rents, because rents are going up, right? The higher the rents, right? The lower the cap rate, and the value of the property is more money.
Yeah, so it's harder to buy the house or buy the commercial property or multi-unit, because it
doesn't make sense. It's like 3%. Remember, inflation's already at 7%. So, I mean, you still got another 4% more to go. So, look, at the end of the day, if you're looking for an investment property and you got money that you need to put somewhere, I can tell you right now, every asset class is overinflated other than precious metals. That's just my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, but as you can see how much I love jewelry, right? I'm hedging against inflation, right? Because that's my belief. However, if you have some sort of investment property, you got to at least yield at least 7%. But what's great about commercial properties is you can literally write it off. That's what's great about commercial, right? Even investment properties too as well. So that's the benefit.
Look, the reason I say this too is you got iBuyers. We talk a lot about that on the show. Investors, and they were saying that those are the ones that kept sustaining the market to keep going and keep appreciating, because, I mean, look at the rents market. They're getting whatever they want. I just had somebody the other day. They said, I've been renting a place for 4 years. Yeah. They're in the market to buy, and the landlord just raised their rent by $400. Yeah. And they're going to get away with it.
Now, I want to get into condos, because condos are going to be very important here. So, currently active as of today, 237 condos. The median right now for 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,048 square feet. The median list price, $234,900. Average days on the market is 15 days. But now let's take a look at the actual solds. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. 989 square feet. Current listing right now is 225, selling at 226,500 at 228 or 229 a square foot. 6 days on the market. This right here is pretty much almost the same pricing as a detached single family residence. 6 days on the market. So a lot of shifts have been happening here. What this tells me by looking at the data and from my experience, all the people that can't afford a detached single family residence, right? Moving over to condos and townhomes. Investors are also moving over to condos and townhomes, even though they are losing about a 2%. York, do me a favor, bud. Why don't you go ahead and jump on that mic right there, and we're gonna take some questions from you. Okay, we're gonna put him on blast. So let's get the headset on you, bud. Okay.
I have somebody I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah.
Put in 17 offers.
17 offers.
Yeah.
They
Condo.
better get a brand new agent.
Condo. Over list.
Yeah.
Right. And they sold their house in California.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't want to buy it. Even if they have the money to buy a single family residence, they don't want to buy it.
Yeah.
Because they just want to live comfortably. So look, you can sell your house and just come over here, very low loan amount, buying it for $250.
All right, York, you get that mic on, man.
It's on.
No. That's a headset.
Hey, just talk like this. Hello?
Sorry, guys. He's new at this. Hey,
it's all good, man. We love you.
Yeah, no. Give him some
Hold
love.
on.
You need to have laughs every day.
I know. That's why. You know what? He's actually a really good guy.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Get up in there. Where's he at? Okay. Are you good?
Yep.
Are you good? Are you sure?
Man,
Are you
this
sure?
Is all new to me, so.
I know it is, but we're gonna break you in real quickly. Okay, York, you see this right up here? You see that? All these questions?
Sure.
Start from these questions. You're gonna go ahead and let us know with some questions. We're gonna start taking some questions now. Okay. Cool. So what's the first question, York? Hello.
I'm reading all of it. Hold on. How do you spell your assistant's name?
It's just like this. I got my mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Yeah. All
That's
right.
the first question.
York, first of all, okay.
Oh, are
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Green Valley housing prices, have they peaked in this hot market? That's the first question I see.
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, the whole Las Vegas Valley has peaked. Okay. That's a very good question. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my screen here. York, why don't you put on your glasses, man? They're not binoculars. Get them on. Stop playing.
All right.
Don't worry about the hair. This guy's so worried about the hair. Remember what I told you about the hair, York? What you got to do? You just wet it after.
It's not that.
Okay, it's not that? Okay. So let's take a look at Green Valley real quickly here. We're going to do everything that's currently active. Oh, why is it doing that? We're going to go to Green Valley. Give me just a second. Green Valley Ranch. Green Valley South too as well. Let's do all that. So look at this. Believe it or not, only 25 homes for sale.
Under 200?
No. Oh, under 200? There's none.
There's zero.
There's none. The cheapest one is 325, right? We know what the median price point for a home right now was, what, 450? 450. That means somebody's paying attention here. So let's just take a look at here. Tuscan. Okay. Matter of fact, you know what? Let's go back. I want to go back for a second because this is important. Okay. I'm doing my sales skills right now. Okay. Where? Oh, that's Green Valley South. Never mind. I'm tripping. All right. Let's take a look at this one. Let's see what we got here. Let's take a look at this. Photos. What can you buy in Green Valley? One thing about Green Valley, did you notice a lot of their floor plans are very outdated?
Well, they're probably built in the 90s and early 2000s.
Well, that's why, and that's what I'm getting to.
Oh, I took it out. I'm sorry. I stole your thunder.
Yeah, that's all right. I never had thunder anyway. Just lightning, baby.
High ceilings, though. You like
Yep.
the high ceilings?
But what I'm seeing is investors now coming in, buying these homes, rehabbing it, and they know that they're going to get more than the appraised value. Crazy, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But most important, let's go back here because I think we need to find out exactly what these things are actually selling for. So we're going to go back to Green Valley. We're going to do 30 days and less. 42 homes have been sold. Out of the 42 homes, let's run the data here. So the median price point is $497, sells at $502,500. $260 a square feet, 9 days on the market. I mean, that's a lot of money, dude, for a home.
So listen, you look at the data too. Like I look at this stuff and all the time, and you know, the list price versus the close price. Mm-hmm. Man, I'm telling you, 2021 during the summer when everybody moves, all you see was charts way over 100, and almost for the whole year last year is hitting it right out. Dude, everybody's getting what they want to list for the house.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm on TV right now.
You got another question?
Yeah, of course you're on tape. York, what's the other question, bud? You gotta talk right into the mic.
Jason ever coming back?
Jason?
Yes, that's the next question.
Where's that at?
From Ducky.
Dacky?
Yes, right underneath the Vegas
Ooh.
coins.
Yeah, Jason, you know what? We definitely got to bring Jason back. I'll let him know.
Yeah, man.
He'll be happy with this. York, why are you wearing your headset like that?
Because after this, I have to show some homes, and I don't want to look like I have dandruff.
Oh, got it. Makes sense. Okay. Well, there you go. What's the other question?
It says, hi, Chak. Go ahead.
Yeah. How do you spell your last? How do you spell my name?
How do you spell it, York?
It's Yorke.
But everybody just calls him York, not Yorkie.
Well, you know,
York.
some people do.
Oh, Yorkie?
Usually the girls.
Well, how do you pronounce it?
York.
York.
Yeah.
Okay.
The E's there to supposedly for the kanji character, it kind of makes it look cooler.
Oh,
If you add the
cool. What else do we have here? Let's get another question. Let's get a real question.
Yeah, I know. Do home builders like cash buyer or the one that's getting a loan?
That doesn't matter for new home builds. Okay. Typically on a cash buyer right now, they want more down. Also, if you're buying a second home, they also want more down. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Next question. Scroll down. Let me know when to stop.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Hey, Chakits, I always wondered why you never moved.
Like move from where?
That's all the question says. Do you know this lady?
Nope. Let's move on to the next one. Why? Okay, maybe that's a good question. Why don't I ever move? Could I move to a nicer home, a bigger home? Could I afford like a $3 million home? Easy. Will I do it? No. The reason why I won't do it is because I have different goals, right? Different lifestyle. My financial situation is completely different from everybody else's financial situation. The only reason why I got into the real estate game is to build financial wealth through real estate, to buy multiple properties, right? So I'm staying on course, okay? Will I eventually buy the custom home that I want? Yes, but I'm just not ready right now. I need to build enough passive income for me to make a $30,000 monthly payment. I'm just not there yet. Sometimes it's quicker for other people. Sometimes it takes a long time. So that's where I'm at. We got another one? Dan, help him out, Dan.
I don't want to take his thunder either, man.
Please do.
Well, I mean, here's
Come
the
on,
thing.
York.
We got dry air.
Pretty much all the questions, though.
Okay, pretty much all the questions?
Correct.
Okay. What about now? Come on. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment, and we're going to get your questions answered. Help them out, Dan.
Next question is, should I refinance primary from 5% to 4% with a $2,000 closing cost?
Good question. Answer that question, Dan.
Yeah, I would do that. It's a full point. But again, depends on where you're at in the loan.
Yeah, that's
If you're-
right.
If you're 10 years in on the loan, I mean, you're resetting that loan if you're doing 30. Now, if you're going 15, it's a different story. But it just really depends. I always
And
say,
the question is how much you're going to save.
well, I always say it's front loaded. So do your refi in the first 1 to 5 years.
Yeah. Front load?
Yeah, front load.
That don't sound right.
I know.
Why are you front loading me, man?
Go. You want that front load?
Yeah, I front
Hey,
load
I
you.
got one for you. A quitclaim deed is a legal instrument by which the owner of a piece of real property called the grantor transfers an interest to a recipient. I don't know if that's a question or a statement.
I don't know, but the problem is that if you do the quit claim deed, the problem is that it's better to go through a title company, because if not, if the original owner had title insurance through that title company, what happens is if you do that, now you just void that title insurance. So if you do a quit claim deed, you may want to go through a title company. You still could do it yourself through the county too as well. What's another question do we have?
Let's go ahead and go to, how long do I have to wait? This is by Veristar, which is a common person on here. Very good dude, man. How long do I have to wait after I close on a primary home out there in Vegas with Joey and Dan for me to start flipping real estate?
Within 60 seconds of you closing.
60 seconds. Vera's a sharp guy, man. He'll take you up on it.
Yeah, no.
That's for sure.
So here's the thing. He can literally start flipping homes right away. But depending on how he's going to do it, is he doing hard money? Because if you wanted to flip homes, you could literally flip homes with other people's money. Now, I haven't got into that, but I tell you what, I am trying to find a deal right now for myself to flip. And the whole process of this flip, right, that we do is going to be using other people's money. So I want to see if I can actually do it. And it's not really to make money, but it's just to see, can we do it? And I'm also going to share, me going through the process. And I think that's going to be great. So don't forget to check out our second channel, Chakits 2.0. So if you guys just love real estate in general, just check out that channel, right? Also, don't forget to check out our Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff. Check us out. I mean, we got to get more subscribers.
One of the other things, too, they always say, why are we talking crash?
Why?
Yeah. I mean, look, it's not.
We talk everything.
Well, but listen, I think that's the trigger point.
Yeah.
It triggers people.
Yeah.
Right? Crash. Oh, my God. What did he say? Crash? Like.
Grass?
Grash?
Yeah.
Grash.
Hey, there's a grash coming.
There's a grash coming.
Yeah, I mean, look. I want to tell you guys this. This is the only radio show, right? The only guy that's on YouTube that's going to tell you how it is, right? We're not saying buy or not to buy. We want you to think. That's what this show is about. It's about to think on both sides.
I think they're saying, no, why are we talking about it? And I understand, but I think it's like this. So we're never going to outrule that there could be a crash.
Yeah, you got to think about these things. We just don't know what.
Look, there was bad loans written, right, in the first crash. Bad banking guidelines and things written for CEOs to get, make money. What are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing at York just standing there like a mannequin, which is, I think what we're going to do for hazing the next one, I think I'm just going to put him right next to the corner right there, and he just has to stand there for the whole show. What do you think about that?
I would love it, actually.
Because you know why? I actually like York on camera. Because York is actually a character.
No, but
I like him.
He's
a cool dude,
Here's what York brings, okay? So right now he's not bringing the energy, right?
Yeah,
a little bit, but he's always smiling.
Exactly.
I'd rather have somebody smiling next to me than somebody like mad dogging me.
I'm not very off guard with it.
You know what I mean? Okay. So at least you're smiling. You know what I mean?
I know.
That's half the battle.
For sure.
But I'm going to tell you this, guys. York is very good at what he does. And
people are having doubts.
Yeah. So here's the thing. York's title right now, he is a administrative director, which means he's going to be sitting in this spot right here, and he's going to be helping me run this business because I can't do everything myself. But what else questions do we have, Dan?
Says, Dan, is it difficult to get a loan being self-employed? Okay, so let's talk about that just for a second. That's actually a good question.
Okay.
So they recently came out, they had COVID guidelines where you had that profit and loss.
Okay.
Business bank statements, you had to prove that you make the money. They did away with that. So we're now back to the old traditional way of taking an average of 2 years and going that direction. I'm going to tell you guys, self-employed buyers, no lender wanted to work with you.
Why?
Last year.
Because it's too hard to piece together.
Listen, I would do it, but it's just, man, it's so much work.
Yeah,
right?
You don't want to do it. It's just too much work.
Yeah, you get these people that are like, oh, I'm self-employed.
What it is because the market is so hot, so many buyers, they're just cherry picking at this point.
Well, that's
the reality.
If I'm a person self-employed and I made all this money and I'm sitting there, okay, I got to go and get a profit and loss. If I get an audited profit and loss, it's like $8,000 for a CPA. I got to go down the process of getting all these bank statements, proving my income, sending it in, waiting an extra week and a half. Who wants to do all that?
Yeah.
So for me, it's just like, man, open the floodgates for self-employed buyers. Send me your stuff. We'll get it done.
All right, let's get one more question on here before we end this show, guys. Dan?
Yeah.
York? Somebody?
Let's do this. The home I just purchased was 18. Does that say 1820? Oh, I'm sorry, 1825 square feet, single story. I put 10% down, and they were asking for $15K closing costs. Is this normal? Lots of YouTube videos said normal closing costs were normally $8,000 to $10,000.
Well, let's break this down. When we say closing costs, right? You have total closing costs. That means your loan and the fees that are associated with purchasing a home. So that's where we have to really dissect it, because when people say closing costs, they think it's just a fraction of a percentage, but not including the down payment. So you have to take a look at the whole picture, right? So she said 10%, 15 grand for her total closing costs is not that bad. That's actually a pretty good deal. Now, if it's just on the lending side, then that's not a good deal.
I mean, it's closing costs are always going to come down to what type of home you're buying. If it's new, also your purchase price.
Yeah.
Because a lender's not going to change roughly like, oh, we're going to just put in a bunch of 1%, 2% based on title fees.
Here's the thing.
Title fees.
On the lending side, let's get real. You got underwritten fees. You got all kind of fees, right? Some of these fees could literally run you all the way up to like $5,000. That's just the reality, right?
It's true.
I mean, obviously, we have title fees and all that stuff. So, look, the best way to go about this is, depending on your price point, if you're buying a home roughly about $500,000, keep it at 3% on the safe side, right? 3%.
Yeah.
Of 500 is 15 grand. So that's where you need to be. That's kind of like the rule of thumb. But then you also have your down payment. If it's 5%, then it's 5%, right? So that's a total of 8%.
Yeah.
So that's how you figure it out. Just make it simple.
York.
Yes.
You stop smiling.
Oh, because I was actually reading the comments.
Oh, see? Now you got to smile, man. There you go. Look at that
Look
smile.
at all these comments coming in.
All because he smiled.
Look, because we got a new guy. Look, all right? If you want to see York sing,
What? No.
give us a super chat.
Dude.
No?
No, I don't sing, dude.
I thought you... Oh, no, never mind. You cook. That's what it is.
I cook.
Yeah, he cooks.
Let me ask you a question. If you got $1 million listing, would you sing?
Hell yeah, he would.
For $1 million list.
There you go, man. So if you get a listing, somebody's out there that wants to get York for $1 million, he'll sing tonight.
Well, let's see the pre-approval first.
Let's see the pre-approval. Hey guys, I do appreciate you guys coming on our show and tuning in with us and taking your time. But before I let you guys go, I want to promote the lvhomeexperts.com website. So this is a great website to get started if you guys want to start looking at homes. Now, if you guys want to go to the financing section, go ahead and click financing. You're going to come down here. You're going to click get started. This is where it's going to link you up with Dan French, VP of Mortgage Lending Guaranteed Rate. And you're going to hit this apply now, because here's the thing. At the end of the day, if you are planning on purchasing a home, this is where it really starts, right? It's about laying down that foundation. You got to start with the financing. You got to see exactly where you stand. From there, you give us a call. We'll set up an appointment. We'll do a buyer consultation and walk you through the process. Also, if you guys haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, I would highly recommend you subscribe to this channel. Also, go to our Instagram account, because this is where you're going to follow us daily. We give you up-to-date of properties that are coming up on the market. Also, don't forget to tune in next week. We got a lot of great information for you guys. Next week, Wednesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Other than that, peace.